Männer, es war ein langer Krieg. Es war ein harter Krieg. Ihr habt tapfer und stolz für euer Vaterland gekämpft. Ihr seid eine besondere Truppe, die ineinander einen...
Hey everyone, Hydra here, and this is the new Hawkman. So one really cool thing about this is it's an adventure comic, an actual, honest-to-God adventure comic. And that's something you really don't see a lot of these days. So I thought that was pretty neat. This is by Vendetti, Hitch, and Sinclair. I think Vendetti does a good job writing. Hitch does a very good job on art. And, see, we also got... Okay, Hitch does some of the inking as well with Curry, and then Sinclair's the colorist. And who did this variant cover I have? Huh. This cover was done by Cedric. I wasn't sure. It looked kind of like his stuff, but I didn't see his signature anywhere. But yep, it's Cedric. So what this comic is actually really the main plot is about is Hawkman is trying to... Carter Hall, Hawkman, is trying to figure out the truth of his past. He knows that he's lived multiple lives. He's basically been everywhere, done everything, but he still doesn't know the truth about who he is. So that's what this is all about, is him trying to discover the mysteries of his past. And it's done really well. So he's basically searching around the world for something. We find out it's a nautilus shell, some sort of magical nautilus shell that basically... The Nautilus of Revealment helped to suss out thieves and spies. It was rumored to show one's true past. So, obviously, the MacGuffin is exactly what he needs to figure out what he's trying to figure out. And, of course, the MacGuffin is guarded by a giant, three-eyed, magical monkey. Gorilla, primate, whatever you want to call it. As he's running from it, through the whole beginning, there's a lot of exposition about his flight and how flight is the most important thing to him. And then as he's being chased by this monkey, he's basically apologizing and and telling it that he would honestly bring it right back when he's done with it. The monkey's still chasing him, just starts tearing the place down. And that's when he pulls out his wings to think he can finally get away from the monkey. We get a little bit more narrative exposition about how the old monkey people had stories about flying monkeys who flew down from their planet. Also, a shitload of ads for Teen Titans and Catwoman. I do like that DC does basically its own advertising, though. It doesn't shill out for a bunch of randos. That's kind of cool. Anyway, here's a nice scene where the monkey looks... kind of confused as it sees him flies off. Then it pops its own wings and takes off after him. Which is pretty funny. After dealing with the primate, I'm going to show you what happens. Carter Hall then goes and finds Xanadu. Which, if you watch my reviews, you'll recognize Xanadu from Dead Man. And I believe she was in Etrigan for a short period as well. She's looking good. So he wants her to basically use the shell on him. She gives him a brief warning. He agrees, and she's like, all right. And she summons the power of the shell. He starts essentially falling through time and space, seeing all of his past lives and histories. The big reveal here is that he's lived through multiple time and space. Not that big of a surprising revelation considering the universe you're from. But then he realizes that there's some greater purpose for him. Eventually, a giant army is going to come and destroy the Earth, and his purpose is to stop him. Because I'm sure Carter Hall has never prevented Earth from being destroyed before. But, should be interesting. Looks like we're going to get a whole bunch of Dark Hawks coming down and destroying the city in the future. And, the rest is just some plot exposition as he tries to recover from what he just saw with Xanadu. Oh, this is cool. And then we get a nice How to Draw Hawkman from Brian Hitch. Sorry, I was reading that. So, I know it's a short review, but it's a good story, and I don't really want to give anything away. It's $3.99. That should be the standard price now. I know DC was raising their prices, which is stupid, but $3.99 is still acceptable. Once they get to $4.99, though, it's really a lot harder to drop a $5 on something that may be good or may be absolute rubbish. So it'd be nice if they'd stop jacking up all these prices, and then maybe they'd start selling some more comics. Also, stop producing bullshit like this. Cheap animation destroys intellectual properties. As does allowing your... I won't get into that. Anyway, guys, I do recommend Hawkman. I think it's going to be good. Also like Vendetti, though. If you don't, you may not enjoy it. But Hitch's art is pretty good. So, that's it. Check it out. Thanks for watching. Hail Hydra, baby.